And now, it's time for another episode with the two brothers who ice fish from the same hole, who have kicked the same field goals, and who will have you laughing from start to finish. Bringing you the sports, music, and entertainment straight from their Eskimo hut. It's the Eskimo Brothers Podcast.
Yo, what up out there, everybody? Welcome in to the Eskimo Brothers Podcast, episode 88, bro. And 88, I got a list of players for that number, bro. That's a famous Dallas Cowboys number, bro. So who do you want? You got Drew Pearson, you got Michael Irvin, you got Dez Bryant, you got CD Lamb now. The 88's a famous number over there in Cowboys land, bro.
I don't have one, actually.
Yeah, I can't think of Redskins or Commanders.
I think there was a guy, Charlie Brown was his name, wore 88. He was a receiver as well. That was back in the 70s, so it was before my time, but still.
Yeah. No, I've got plenty up the pipe for that. I told you a couple episodes ago. I can't wait till we get to 88, bro. I got plenty of that.
Yeah.
So there you go on that one, bro. So well, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you're on YouTube with us live, we appreciate you stopping in. Remember, every time we record, we are live on YouTube now, so be sure to go out there at our YouTube page and subscribe for free, please, because, we need more subs, man. That way you get notified, too, when we go live, if you have your notifications on with us. So we appreciate you stopping in. 88, here we go, and we're being good boys today because we have kids with us. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be actually probably an episode that makes more sense.
Yeah.
To be honest, even though I am enjoying a cold one right now, just because, I got to have one.
Yeah.
So, but I got to say, Leaf came back on last night after having a late gig. So he's been gigging on the weekend. And it's funny, he texted me on Friday and said he had something interesting happening. So I'm kind of waiting to see. So I want to see what happened to the Leaf on Friday night.
Yeah, it's been an interesting weekend. I had the gig last night, late one, man. Played till midnight, and then it was an hour away from home, so I didn't get into bed till 1:30. But anyway, Friday night was very interesting. Went to North Fort Worth over here off of Western Center.
Oh yeah, I know that area quite well.
Yeah, and met up with a lady.
Oh, hello, lady.
Well, we're supposed to meet at Boomer Jack's. Right there?
Yeah.
But then, that place is packed.
Always. And so it's every time I went there, it's always packed.
I went across the street, and then there was this Knockouts place. That's what it's called. I didn't know it was there because I haven't been over in that area forever.
Right.
Since you moved out here, I don't really go over
there.
Yeah,
I mean, that was the only reason you were going over there so much.
Yeah. You lived across the street from there, so it was, easier.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
So anyway, I parked over there. It's hey, let's go check this place out. And, we did, and so we were just hanging out, drinking, catching up, and then look over. There's a stage over there, and look over, and it looks like somebody's loading in.
Oh, okay.
And then on the back of it looks like a big crew, dude, like a big stage crew. There's a bunch of people walking around, and on the back of one of the dude's shirts said, "A Britney Spears experience."
Wow, so they had a Britney Spears tribute act.
Yeah.
I didn't know that place did live music. I thought that was more of a sports bar.
Yeah, it's called Knockout Sports Bar, and it has a ton of TVs in there.
But I knew it had a stage because it used to be Fat Daddy's.
Yeah.
And they used to do live music there.
Yeah, that's what I was telling her. I was like, I knew before they were doing it, but I guess they still are. So,
Britney Spears tribute.
Yeah, so the first thing we noticed,
wow,
there's a guy on stage, and he's doing yoga or something.
Oh.
He's stretching.
Interesting.
I'm like, okay. So I was wondering, is that the singer?
What if he was just like, hey, everybody, welcome in. Let's go ahead and get off your tables and let's do some yoga. Be like, what is this place?
They shut it down. They turn off the Rangers game. Be like, y'all got to leave. It's yoga time.
Yeah, you got these people rolling their yoga mats. I'll be like, Where am I at?
Yeah. But yeah, he was up there for a while. Like this was at about 7:30 and they didn't go on until 9. So he was getting limbered up.
God, that's so late.
But then I was like, is he the singer? Because why would he be stretching? I don't know of any. I mean, I don't do any stretches before I play guitar. So
Right.
But anyway, then more people started coming out. They brought in a drum set and all this stuff, and then they were setting up, and then we saw some ladies on the stage, and it looks like they were maybe one of them was the singer, whatever. Well, once they got everything started and set up, there was the 3-piece band, dude. There's a drummer, a guitar player, and a bass player. And then the show starts, right? And so I was like, all right, let's see if this girl can sing some Britney.
Yeah.
First song, well, so we look up at the TV because we weren't for sure what that was, but they did have like an advertisement popping around every once in a while saying Toxic. So I guess the name is Toxic.
Okay.
And then it said a Britney Spears Experience under that. So obviously a Britney Spears tribute band.
Yep.
So anyway, the show starts. The one guy that was stretching is just a backup dancer, and then there was another girl that's also a backup dancer. They were dancing, and
Backup dancers and everything.
yeah, 2 of them, and then the song
Jesus.
the song starts, and it's that song Toxic. They opened up with that.
Oh, okay.
The girl comes out, and then the song starts, and she's not singing at all.
Oh man. She's got the track help.
Yeah,
So she's not even singing.
no,
And you could tell.
you could tell.
Okay.
Cause now she's moving her lips
Of course.
but like she's not even giving an effort, an attempt to making it look like she's singing. She's just moving her lips to the music, and she's doing all the choreography too. And now she had one of those hands-free mics,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but the other 2 did not. They weren't singers. They were just dancers. And then the band was live. Obviously, I don't know why you would set up drums and not play them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And the
that would be-
guitar and bass player, that was live.
He's just like not even hitting. You're like, don't even hit the drums, bro. I can see it.
Yeah, this is all fake.
Yeah.
But yeah, she didn't sing a lick of fucking any of it.
That's
for
terrible.
2 hours, dude. The whole thing. And I was like,
The entire time was all backing tracks.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that girl can sing ever at all. I guess what it was 3 people dancing to Britney Spears music. That's what it was. They were dancing, and then she would go off and do. It was the weirdest thing, dude.
Yeah. That's
Like
weird.
there was one song, and then she would go off to the back while the song was still going. Like there were still vocals being played, but she was like, and she had to go she did like 5 or 6 costume changes and shit. And then it was just a visual thing for them.
Yeah.
It was not. And dude, there's people everywhere. They're all into it. There's like
I was gonna say, how busy was it?
yeah, it started getting packed when they got in, and these chicks were dressed up. There's girls there. We had a whole table next to us. It was probably 20 of them. It was like they had tables all together, and there was 20 just women. And
All
then
about it, huh?
some of them were dressed like they were wearing like the suit she wore in the Baby One More Time video, like the skirt and the schoolgirl stuff.
Oh, geez.
And they were dressed like, and they were going nuts, dude.
Wow.
Like it was actually Britney Spears singing. Well, it was.
Yeah. It was, but it was just somebody dancing to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? They were all into it. I'm like, and we were kept
There's
saying,
no
I was
way.
like- I kept saying, do they think she's singing? Because she's not.
There's no way.
It was
that
so
I would
obvious,
enjoy that,
dude.
That is like, you're a tribute.
Yeah.
Like that's
What I was about
I've
to
never seen anybody do that.
That's what I
dude.
was going to say. Because I was like, we've been to a lot. We've
Yeah.
hung, for the last 15 years, we've seen a ton of tribute bands.
Now I've seen people
And
use
I've
like,
never seen any one of them lip sync, though.
I've seen gang vocal like background like
Well, yeah. Yeah.
that's it. But then the singer sings the rest of the song.
Right.
You know.
That's what I knew. She had a bunch of stuff piped in too, like keyboards, and because like I said, they only had the guitar player, bass player, and drums, and then there was sound effects. It was the actual songs, like
Yeah.
you were listening to like on Spotify. They queued it up on Spotify, I guess.
That's awful.
Yeah, and
Nah,
now
that's
she
not
did have a
good.
live mic though, so because
Oh, yeah.
between songs, you're like, "How you doing, Fort Worth?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're not singing."
Yeah. Dude, I would not enjoy that at a tribute show.
Yeah.
Or a regular show, actually.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like when somebody you can tell that they're not singing.
I mean, I hope the band got most of the money because they did all the work. Like they,
Yeah,
and I
that's
mean,
awful.
they were dancing. I mean, whatever. I don't go to. I want to see. That's what live music is. It's
Right.
live. That's
Exactly.
what I go to see. And so I have no idea if that girl can sing. She probably can't, or maybe she would.
Maybe she can or whatever, but she's like, I can't dance and sing at the same time. I know that's hard, but
Yeah.
you're the one that picked what you wanted to tribute.
Right.
So Nobody's fault but your own.
I mean, it was wild. And yeah, there was
That's
people
bad.
just going nuts, and they were videoing like she was really singing. I was like, what the hell?
Damn. And you know it's a super obvious if you're like, I could tell immediately too, probably.
Oh, immediately, man.
Yeah.
I
There's
was
no
like,
way.
That's actually Britney Spears' voice. She sounds just like her.
That's like, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I know I really don't go to the many
And we
shows
looked it up.
anymore.
We looked it up on Facebook and like their Facebook page, and it shows them at like, it looks like it looks like the metal shop type of thing, like a corporation, like they have different versions of it.
Okay.
Because then
Really?
she didn't really look like the girl that was on the Facebook page.
Oh, interesting.
And they had a picture of them looking like a show in Arizona, and it was packed, dude. And I was like, I wonder if she actually sang though, because this one's not singing one single word of these songs.
Probably not.
Yeah,
They're probably just like, it's so great.
yeah. It's. I guess it was more just of a visual thing. I was like,
I'll
dude,
pass.
you could have spent you could have saved a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like just buy a case of beer, go to a patio at your house, and just have 3 friends dance to Britney Spears music, and that would have been the same thing.
Yeah, and be like, great show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's all it was.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely will pass on that
But
for sure.
as a bonus,
Oh, okay.
I did go up and get a picture with him
Oh, nice.
because I was pretty drunk, and I'll post it on the our Eskimo Brothers.
Yeah,
Facebook
definitely
and
do that.
Instagram.
I want to see that.
I got a picture with the singer and the 2 dancers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see that.
Well, and then that's another thing I was gonna say. She didn't even look like Britney Spears. Like she has dark hair. Like
Oh, come on. You
she's
can't
not
even
blonde.
color your hair
Yeah, I was like, she didn't.
or wear a wig or something?
Yeah, that's what I was. I mean, she doesn't look like her. Well, her hair color for sure, but she doesn't look like her at all. But like her dancer on the female dancer she had up there, she had the female dancer and the guy dancer.
Yeah.
She was blonde. She looked more like Britney Spears than she did. So I was like, all you gotta do is strap a mic to her and have her move her lips, and then
Yeah. I mean, at least get the hair right.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was an interesting show.
Well, I'll pass on that.
Yeah, if you ever see Toxic, a Britney Spears experience, just know that you're not getting any live vocals.
No live vocals,
No.
just the show.
You're
And
just gonna get 3 people up there dancing to the Spotify.
I'll pass. Interesting.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, that doesn't sound like any fun to me. Not what I enjoy. I know some people are different, so whatever. But I'll pass.
yeah.
Let's see. The other one of the things I would say, I guess, since we can kind of jump into the meat and bones now after hearing that incredible story.
Yeah.
Never ever go see that band, apparently. Hey, this week, and I just want to bring up a couple things that we have discussed before, and I wanted to ask you this question. This week, we've got another big movie dropping on Friday. That would be Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Right. This is the last one.
This is the last one. Now,
Well, the last Harrison Ford one.
this will be the last one.
Yeah.
I'm not watching anybody else. I got something to say about that, actually, now that you mentioned that. So, no audience reactions yet. There's been some critic reviews. Like currently right now, Rotten Tomatoes critics have it at 61%. Now, I don't trust the critics because they had, what was it that they had so low? Oh, they had the Mario Brothers movie low.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And then the audience score was like 98%.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Me and
Yeah.
last time Avery was here, we did watch it.
Yeah, it was
Finally
great.
watched it. Yeah, it was a great movie.
So I'm like, these critics are stupid, bro.
Yeah.
But I will ask you this, knowing just some of the stuff that we do know from the trailer, because I haven't really, jumped in super, heavy on this besides the trailers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of CGI in the trailers. You know, there's a lot of CGI going
Yeah.
in.
Well, he's 80, so
Yeah. And I do know the movie starts because I heard Harrison Ford talking about it in an interview at the Carpet premiere.
Mhm.
The movie starts like 35 years ago, meaning he's younger.
Oh, okay.
That's when they de-aged him with the CGI.
Yeah.
That's what they did. They used some sort of new technology, they said.
Okay.
That didn't look too terrible in the preview.
Right.
Well, that didn't look too bad. The parts that look pretty bad are like the actions. I'm like, yeah, because he's 80. He can't do that.
Exactly.
And I'm sure there's some stunts and whatnot where he's got his stunt double doing whatever. But look, so we grew up with Indiana Jones, the first 3, which are just flawless.
Right.
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
I love every single thing about all 3 of those.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the trilogies that I hit up every couple years or so.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the last one that came out, we talked about the Crystal Skull, which was like 2008,
Yeah.
was not good.
It was dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because it's like, okay, you have Harrison Ford still,
Mm-hmm.
but you wrote the biggest pile of shit ever.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it was awful. Now, this one, I'm going to ask you, are you planning on going out and seeing this? And what do you expect? Because I just want a good story and good
Yeah.
writing. That's what I want. The last one sucked. Like, we had to deal with Shia LaBeouf as his son. I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't really get that.
Me neither.
And the whole alien storyline was so
Yeah.
weird.
That's what I said about the original three. They were always historically accurate about finding whatever he was looking for.
Exactly. Yeah.
That one was like, there's no way. Like, come on, dude. So I don't know what this one. I haven't even thought about. Like, what's he going out and finding? I don't know.
right.
I didn't want to know until the movie.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just it being the last one that Harrison Ford's in, it might be worth going to the theater just to check it out. So I might do that, man.
I really want to.
Is that, you said it's this weekend, right?
Yeah. So this week,
Okay.
probably Thursday, Friday. You know how they release like weird times now. It used to be just fucking Friday. Now it's like Wednesday or Thursday. Some movies I'm like, just pick a day, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. Because I've heard that it's not. I've heard some people saw it.
I saw some reviews that were not
some
great.
reviews that were pretty. I haven't seen a good review yet, actually. So
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I've seen a couple, but I've tried to stay away. I've seen a
Yeah.
couple that like Harrison Ford is a great little exit for Indiana Jones. His one of his biggest characters of all time, and I guess it would depend on if you're a big fan too.
Right.
But they shit all over the third with the fourth one. So like, let's just pray that they corrected this. And I mean, look, we have the James Mangold as the director, who's a great director. Unfortunately, they had Kathleen Kennedy still involved in these, which I don't know why or how. She single-handedly ruined Star Wars. So everything she does now. I mentioned earlier about how this is his last one.
Mm-hmm.
Kathleen Kennedy came out like sometime in the last couple of days, because that's when I saw it, saying like, it wouldn't surprise me if a female lead takes over Indiana Jones and carries it. And I'm like, fucking Disney, dude. Here we go again. Like, dude, we have that. It's called Tomb Raider.
They haven't. Yeah. No shit.
With Laura Croft. They
Disney,
have it.
Disney hasn't learned, right?
Correct. Yeah. If you have, they did that with National Treasure, bro, and they were like, season 1, that's it, it's over. Like, because you bailed on Nicolas Cage. Are you stupid?
Yeah.
Like, hello.
I don't understand that whole movement, dude.
I don't either. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
No, it never will.
You can't. First of all, I remember they were interviewing Harrison Ford. They were like, "Who would you like to take over?" And he's like, "Nobody. It's my character."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Write some original shit."
Yeah, no shit. As I was saying, start a whole new series.
Yes.
A different series that if you want to put a woman in there, it's fine. Don't make it Indiana fucking Jones Ed or whatever the fuck you're trying to do.
Yeah, I know, right? If
Yeah.
they do that, it'll bomb beyond belief.
Yeah, I remember even what's her name? She's hot too. Anna de Armas, that actress.
Okay.
They asked her about if there would ever be a female James Bond, and she's like, "Why?
Yeah.
He's a guy. That character's a guy."
Yeah. Why don't you do something else?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, good Lord, man. Like, don't use the name Indiana Jones. That's the problem with Disney, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And they've single-handedly ruined Star Wars, the legacy there.
Oh yeah.
So anything Star Wars now that comes out, because they're continuing on and doing 3 more movies, like they said, it's going to be shit.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
So I don't know, man. This is his last one. I'll see it for sure, just for that reason, because it's his last one, and I want to see it. And like I said, those first 3 are just perfect. And we'll see what happens, man. I'm still a little bit excited about it, but I'm also like nervous because I'm like, oh, they probably wrote it like a piece of shit, like the writers or whatever, because they just ruined the last one so bad.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I hope they
Aliens.
learn from that because it's bad.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, we'll see, and we'll let you know. And if you see it out there, let us know, please. Real quick update on? I wanted to update The Flash. the box office and how that's doing, bro? Because we talked about that after seeing it last week. We both loved the movie. Things are not going so well over there in the box office for this movie.
I saw the second weekend.
I'm very shocked by this, bro.
Yeah.
So this week being the second weekend, it was projected to drop around 60%. However, it's on track to drop over 70% by the end of today, which is Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That's worse than Shazam, Fury of the Gods. I don't understand, bro.
I don't either.
Because I was like, man, this
So
movie's
weird.
great. And I got to think that Ezra Miller fucked this whole thing, dude.
I guess so. I think maybe.
I thought we didn't think it was going to affect it that much because Keaton was in it.
Right.
But I guess it's worse than we thought, dude.
Yeah, I guess the boycott about that, they stuck with it. Because, I mean, I figured a lot of people would just go see this movie for Keaton alone.
Yes.
And, I mean, a lot did still, but, I mean, not enough. I thought this thing was going to easily clear $1 billion.
Worldwide, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Worldwide, currently, right now, it's at 210 million. So it's not going to make a billion.
No, it's not even going to be close.
It's not even going to make 500.
No.
If it's already dropped by 70-something%, then it's not even going to.
No.
They're not even going to make their money back, probably.
No, they're not.
Because I heard that it was, first of all, the budget was over 200 million.
Yeah.
And then after all the marketing and shit like that, it was way up.
I think they said with marketing and everything was 300 million so they got to make over that to make money, and I don't think they're gonna hit 300 million.
Doesn't look good.
No,
which is so surprising to me because the movie.
And it sucks.
Great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sucks because that movie's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Warner Brothers has got to force their hand as far as
I think if
recasting.
You're gonna, yes,
and which sucks because it's gonna be hard to fill those shoes because he's so good.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor, and he's perfect as Barry, dude. Like, and, you know.
I agree.
So, I don't know.
I agree. He's just totally fucked them, I think.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know, with the trailer and everything that came out that pumped us up so much, dude, I'm like, this movie's going to be massive.
Yeah.
Massive. And then it comes out, and it's
they were calling it the best superhero movie of all time, dude. Tom Cruise even said shit like that.
Yeah.
I was like, so I thought this was easily going to hit $1 billion.
Well, Ezra Miller was a big question mark, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the news that they cut Henry Cavill out pissed a lot of DC fans off. But I got to say, here's the big thing, man. If you're a DC fan out there, you show up online and everything like that, but you don't go support this shit at all.
Yeah.
Marvel fans are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, think about some of these shit Marvel movies that came out. They still make so much money.
Right.
Like, I'm talking like Captain Marvel was not a great movie, but it made up over $1 billion, I think, worldwide.
Love and Thunder made a ton of money.
One of the worst
That was
movies of all time in Marvel that we agreed on. Thor: Love and Thunder was so bad, and it made $760 million worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, that made their money back easy, and some. And so, like I said, like if you're a DC fan out there, you're not out there supporting the movies they put out, dude. You're just not. Captain Marvel, 1.1 billion worldwide.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that movie was just okay. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it wasn't anything special.
No.
But I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was also height of in-game phase, so
Right.
everybody wanted to go see what's the end credit scene because the end game's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, these characters in DC, man, they've got some great characters, but they're not getting support
Yeah.
at all. And Blue Beetle, bro, fucking James Gunn's first superhero, I can already 100% guarantee that's going to bomb.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to do any good. What the
They're
fuck?
like, this is my first DC character in my universe, Blue Beetle. I'm like, nobody cares about that. What the hell is that, dude? You got to do like a fucking Batman or Superman to lead it off.
Yeah.
And I mean, he is doing a Superman,
Yeah.
but
I mean, he's still casting for those. Those aren't even close to being ready.
no, he was still writing when he took over. He was still
Yeah.
writing the movie. And I mean, James Gunn's great. It'd probably be good, but you know, they replaced Henry Cavill, and that pissed a lot of people off. And now I think you're starting to see that has to be some of the reason, dude, because he filmed scenes for the Flash, and they cut it all out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even see Henry. Well, you see a CGI version, and it's not good.
Yeah.
It's like, just fucking put him in the movie. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know.
I just had to update that the Flash is blowing. It blows, dude. Like the box office. I mean, the movie overall, I thought was great,
Yeah.
but the box office, nope. This leads me to believe that they're not going to do a sequel. No way.
Yeah, they said that it's got to make at least like 330 or something million or whatever, 350 or whatever. Just make some of their money back to get a sequel.
You're not getting it. You're at 210.
And what sucks, man, is I think they're going to recast the Flash, dude, and because I think this is I think that's the main driving point of them not making any money because the movie's great.
Yeah, I know a lot of people hate Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
because I mean, let's be honest, bro. He did some fucked up shit.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Everybody deserves a second chance, though, and if he's really cleaned his life up and is trying to get better, then he deserves, to get another chance and everything like that. Well, we'll see what he does, but all this was filmed before all that shit, so he was done with this. I mean, they did do some reshoots and everything, but on the red carpet or whatever, like we said, he sounded humble. He sounded like he was okay.
Yeah, he laid low for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't hear nothing from him for this whole year, and yeah, so I don't know. I mean, that wasn't enough to get people to go to see him, I guess. So
nope, hasn't even made $100 million in domestically. That's shocking.
Yeah,
I mean, that's shocking.
I thought it was going to clear that easy.
I mean, we're talking some of these Marvel movies that we've gone and seen. They cleared $100 million in the first weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
I don't know, man.
Crazy. James Gunn is probably shitting his pants. Like, I shouldn't have taken this.
Yeah, he's like, I got an uphill battle here.
Oh man, your battle is very uphill with this, dude.
Yeah,
100%, dude. You're in trouble, bro. Like you gotta. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. So, well, there you go. Okay. Let's see. Tell me about. Okay, dude. Tell me about who's rumored to be in Deadpool 3 again, because we're getting a lot of rumors. Like we've talked about, the X-Men characters are coming back, like the original cast.
Yeah,
that's a rumor. But it's very credible considering Halle Berry's hair. There was pictures of her out in the public that are bleach white, and I'm like, okay, she's playing Storm again, obviously.
Yeah. And I did see, I don't know how legit it was, I did see a post on Facebook that showed Deadpool 3, and it did have the X-Men characters behind him. But, I mean, that could have been a fan that made that or
Trust
some
me,
shit.
bro. Yeah. I fully expect them to be back. If Wolverine's in that, they got to get the original cast.
Yeah. But also, there's another Marvel character there was a guy that played this character 20-something years ago.
Long time.
In a very bad movie.
Very bad.
But it's our buddy Ben Affleck, who we just, like, he was in The Flash as Batman in DC. But
thank God that's his last time.
Yeah, yeah, thank God. But he's seen on the Deadpool 3 set. Mm-hmm. And it's rumored that he's going to reprise his role as Daredevil in Deadpool 3.
One can only hope this is for some sort of quick cameo joke.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It's because Deadpool 3 has that kind of humor in it.
Right.
Maybe it's a kind of a setup joke kind of thing, because that wasn't a very serious movie back then. It was awful.
It was really bad.
They botched that one pretty bad. And Affleck was 25 years younger, I guess, whenever it came out. But
you had him as Daredevil, which was what the hell's Daredevil's real name? That lawyer, his lawyer.
Charlie something.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Daredevil's never been like a massive character for me.
Yeah,
I thought his name was Matt something, actually.
Might be right.
Matt Murdock. That's what it is.
Okay.
All right? Am I right? Look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
I'm gonna be right. Matt Murdock. Come on, baby.
It's pulling up the TV show that came out a while back.
Also, I heard that's way better, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're doing a massive, 17 episode series of Daredevil. Yeah. So
yeah.
On Marvel, which is Disney Plus.
Matt Murdock. Yeah.
God damn, bro! I pulled that out of thin air. That's what happens when you don't pound beers all the time.
I think the guy that plays him now, his first name's Charlie. The actor's name is
Charlie. Okay.
So that's probably where I got that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyways, Ben Affleck's Daredevil movie, which came out a long time ago.
2003.
2003. Okay.
Yeah, so 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, 20 years ago. Yeah, you're right. Obviously, he played Matt Murdock / Daredevil. Jennifer Garner played the chick in the movie.
The Elektra.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell was Bullseye.
God damn, that was awful.
Yeah.
And Kingpin was that. Oh man, what's his name? He was in Green Mile. He was the.
Yeah.
He's huge.
Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan.
Yes,
Wilson Fisk.
Yes,
AKA Kingpin. Yeah.
Yes, Michael Clark Duncan, who is great, and R.I.P. because he's dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, he played Kingpin. Now they have the other Kingpin now is like
Vincent D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio, who's amazing.
Yeah, he's really good.
But Colin Farrell as Bullseye was terrible.
It was so bad.
Awful.
Yeah, it was really bad.
And then the whole movie sucked.
Yeah, it was not good.
Not good. Ben Affleck was terrible. So if he's on set of Deadpool 3, please God, let this be like a Deadpool 3 kind of comedy sort of
Like
thing.
like how in the Deadpool 2 he made fun of the Green Lantern thing.
He made fun of that, and then at the very end of the movie, kept going back and like, this is going to change your life, kid. It's like the Green Lantern, and it didn't, obviously.
Yeah.
And then he
like shot the one Deadpool character that they did in one of the Wolverine movies.
X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was Deadpool at the beginning, which was so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
He just comes in and just starts shooting him. He's like, sorry about that. Like, it was great.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was perfect.
So hopefully it's going to be some kind of parody like that because obviously that movie was shit.
Yeah, because Ben Affleck is not going to be Daredevil moving forward. They've already got their guy that's doing the series.
Yeah.
So this must be like a funny thing.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I don't know. I kind of wish we didn't see him on set, but you know.
So it's going to be.
But
maybe.
Multiverse.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's probably some kind of multiverse thing, but I bet it's going to be some kind of funny thing. Because
Deadpool.
So.
I mean, they're so good, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord, like. Ryan Reynolds knows what he's doing, bro. Once he got the keys to that, I was like, "Let me take over this." Like, it's been perfect.
Oh yeah, he hasn't missed yet, and they're not going to miss here either.
No way, dude.
But
not
I did
with Hugh Jackman in him.
Yeah,
no way.
But then I did see something. I didn't read it, but the James Mangold who directed Logan, he's not happy that Wolverine's making an appearance in Deadpool 3. I was like, come on, man.
Why?
Yeah, I guess Logan's supposed to be dead or whatever. But this is a multiverse thing.
We've already seen him time travel, bro.
Yeah.
We like anybody can come back.
Yeah.
Chill out, bro. Worry about Indiana Jones, bro.
Yeah.
You got a lot to worry about right now, bro.
Yeah, don't fuck that up.
Yeah. I mean, he's already done with it, and it's already on the way to the theaters, bro. You better pray to God he did his job.
Yeah.
Dude, we need Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Nobody else can play that character.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
he's done it so perfectly forever, dude. Like, let him come back and do whatever he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, we'll see about that. We'll see. Okay. Any other movie news? I was going to jump in now to we both watched a couple documentaries.
Yeah, I don't have anything as far as movie stuff goes.
Now, this documentary, I knew it was coming out. You told me that you watched it, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's out. And I had seen the preview a long time ago. I just didn't remember when it was coming out, and it lost on me, basically. But you watched it, and I was like, where'd you see it? And you told me, and I was like, okay. So I went and watched it. It's just 3 episodes. This documentary, Jared from Subway Catching a Monster.
Yes.
Now, we know back in the day, back in like 2000, this guy blew up because he lost like 207 pounds on a Subway diet that he made up himself, where he just ate Subway sandwiches and lost all this weight.
Yeah.
Obviously, he worked out at the same time. You don't just eat sandwiches and lose weight.
No.
But, after a few years or whatever it was a long time, over a decade. Mm-hmm. He was the face of Subway. Everywhere you went, you saw this dude.
Yeah, he blew up, dude. And he was just traveling with Subway and doing all these things and promotional things. And,
all over the place.
When you thought about Subway, you thought about that guy.
Yeah, Jared. You know who we're talking about.
Yeah, Jared Fogle. Yeah.
Jared Fogle. Like you said, traveled the world for that. Met all kinds of celebrities, presidents.
Yeah.
He was huge. He was everywhere.
Yeah.
And they made him their number one guy, bro.
Yeah.
The face of Subway, basically.
I think total, I think it was 11 years he was their like spokesperson guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we know that after, I don't remember exactly what year it was, but it was definitely around that time of 2010, 2011, something like that.
Yeah.
That he started, what it was he had his own foundation. And this is all in the documentary, which, by the way, the documentary is great. However, there's some shit in there. You're like, holy shit, dude. Like, this guy, we knew this guy was a sick bastard because he got convicted of, traveling to engage in illicit sexual contact with the minor. Mm-hmm. And then he had, like, so many images of child porn in his house.
Yeah, see, that's what I remember. Like, the headline, I remember watching the news, and it was they had searched his house, and his computer had just child pornography all over it. And then there was more to the story that I didn't even know.
Right.
And this documentary tells it all. It puts it all out there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not an easy one to watch. There's some stuff you hear in there, and you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Because they had a ton of him on recording,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's actually him talking.
Yeah,
but
that's a part of the story I did not know anything
me
about.
neither. Me neither. Actually, I did not know.
And
that.
that's fucking wild.
Yeah, he had he did what it was he started one day a radio interview in Florida with a lady, and he just mentioned before they hit record or whatever that he was like, I love middle school kids and middle school girls. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And the lady was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that comment like stuck in her brain, and she's like,
Yeah.
this guy's probably a sexual predator. And then so she kind of actually started like a relation, not really a relationship with him, but she started talking to him.
Yeah.
But they were talking all the time, and then all of a sudden he just starts saying all this fucked up shit.
Yeah. And so she started recording him.
Yeah.
And then she turned it in or whatever, and then the FBI was like, we need you to keep doing it, basically.
And they did it forever, dude.
Did it forever.
2 or 3 years.
Before they even did anything to
Yeah.
him. But his buddy, his director of his foundation, was also a sick fuck.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he married a woman with 2 girls, and they were crazy. I couldn't believe hearing that. I was like, what the fuck kind of shit is this, dude? Like the guy she married turned her, the mom, into somebody completely different that they didn't recognize or know.
Yeah.
And then he had like hidden cameras in their showers and their rooms, and would
bedrooms,
watch them
yeah.
do all their shit. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then so he got arrested in 2015. He had child pornography as well, voyeurism, because like I said, he had cameras.
Yeah, he was selling those videos of the cameras of them just being naked in the bathroom, taking a shower or whatever, or in their bedroom, and he would just sell those things to people. I was like, what the?
Disgusting.
This is a stepdad, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so that's the first thing that happened with Jared Fogle. Now, obviously, when that happened, I'm sure Jared Fogle was shitting his pants because he put out a comment, and I do remember that. He's like, unfortunately, this is crazy news to find out that we've cut all ties with this guy, blah, blah, blah. Subway put out, they're like, well, we're glad that Jared's gotten rid of this guy, because they were probably also like, oh, fuck. They were probably shitting their pants, bro.
Yeah.
But the lady that was recording the whole time was like, yo, this guy's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, she would talk to this guy like every day almost.
Yeah.
All the time. And then
He would call her
at the
late
end of
and
each
shit.
like call session, she would meet up with the FBI and do a drop, and they take but they weren't doing anything about it.
No, they were just saying that they had an FBI guy on the documentary as well. He was like, you can't really prove it. Like, if he's just saying it, that's not really a crime.
Yeah, he says you can have the fantasy of that.
Yeah.
But that's not a crime until you make that fantasy
You
a
gotta
reality.
you gotta have action
I was
behind it.
fuck, dude, that's fucked up.
It is.
Because he could just be talking out of his ass, sure, but
Right. Like, he was telling her some fucked up shit on these recordings. Like,
Oh,
it'll make you cringe if you watch this documentary. Like,
yeah, those
like saying that he was in Taiwan for work with Subway or whatever, and he was like, it's easy over there. They just sell these boys, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
dude.
and then she asked him how old, and he's like 12, and I was like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
It's fucking wild. Yeah, those phone calls are cringy as fuck.
yeah, it's bad. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that was a thing
Yeah.
until you watch that documentary. I'm like, what the fuck? Now, obviously, he got arrested and was sentenced to, I think, 15 years,
Yeah,
which didn't seem enough for me.
right.
I was like, that's not a long time, actually.
No.
And they're saying he could get out in 2030.
Yeah.
And so 7 years.
But
from now.
he does have the other thing though is once he does get out, he has lifetime supervision. Like he's gonna be supervised the rest of his life, which is okay. But
I
still,
mean,
like he should have been locked up a lot longer than that.
he's ruined people's lives, bro,
Mm-hmm.
like forever. And this guy should not be out of prison ever.
Well, and the one thing is he got so comfortable with that radio DJ
Yeah, he did.
because she has 2 kids,
Oh fuck. Dude.
and he started talking about her kid, and he's like. And then he asked for pictures of them naked, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if I was her, there's no way I would have been able to hold back, dude.
No way, dude.
I would have fucked that investigation up because I would have murdered that guy.
Yeah, I would have been like, I'm gonna go actually kill this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
it
was
was
fucking
fucked
wild.
up, dude. Because then after that too, the stepdad we were talking about before, he's obviously in prison as well. But the wife, so those 2 girls' mom, was saying shit that because she got caught. She's in prison too
Yeah.
on some shit. She was saying that she wanted to have sex with him,
Yeah.
her own daughters,
Yeah.
and let the stepdad do it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, those 2 daughters in the documentary, you could tell, bro, they are fucked up
Yeah.
for life, and
Yeah,
you would be.
Of course.
That
Yeah,
is
I
so
felt,
fucked
I
up.
felt bad for him. Just listening to him talk and try to recant it and everything. I was like, man, this sucks.
Dude, I couldn't believe hearing that the
Yeah.
mom was that way. I was like, what
Yeah, and
in the hell?
at first they were saying before he came in, she was like straight laced, go to church
Every
Sunday,
week. Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
and you know, she was hard on him and shit. And then this guy comes in and she turns into a piece of shit.
It's like the devil entered their life, bro, and took over.
Yeah.
And ruined everything.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, because when he came in or whatever, they moved into a big house because he's rich. And obviously, probably made a lot of money from that foundation.
Yeah,
And Subway, you know, and had a big house and everything. And they let them have friends over and party, like drink alcohol, smoke weed. And they're like 15 years old.
Yeah.
Or 14 years old.
yeah.
And I'm
It's
like,
insane.
you obviously are terrible people.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
There's some evil fucking people out there, man.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
dude, it's scary.
Yeah.
And I remember when that happened and just thinking, like, the guy from Subway?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, he's got, like, such a cushion job, bro. Like, I know he's busy, but, I mean, you're the face of the Subway, bro. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You probably get free food for life, even though, like, you probably don't want to eat Subway anymore. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you probably don't ever have to pay for Subway
Yeah.
ever again. And it's not like that's bad food. It's a sandwich, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a millionaire. I mean, they said he was worth like what, $15-20 million.
Yeah. That's just
Not-
off of Subway alone.
Not living bad, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he had his foundation. Probably, well, we know that was disgusting now because it was a kids a foundation for kids. So
Yeah.
obviously he was using his fame and power to get into these kids' lives and do that shit, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Dude was married too
Yeah.
and had 2 kids.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And his wife immediately divorced him. You could tell she was obviously,
Yeah. She had no idea.
she had no
Yeah.
clue.
That's fucking wild, man. Yeah.
He was living 2 lives,
Yeah.
and it's just fucked up.
Yeah. The stuff that came out of that dude's mouth, man. I can't
On tape.
even imagine saying shit like that. Yeah.
I know. On tape.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
And there's
gross.
text messages that you see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he sent out to people. It's just so crazy. And so, yeah, if you don't have anything to do or whatever, you want to follow up on that, watch that documentary, Jared from Subway, Catching a Monster. It's good.
Yeah.
It's obviously a little crazy, but
Yeah.
it's good.
Make sure you got a pretty strong stomach before you hit play on that one.
Yeah. No kidding. But overall, though, whoever put it together, I thought they did
Yeah,
a great
no, it was a
job.
great documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, there's a ton of shit that I didn't know about in there.
Same. Yeah, I didn't
So-
know a lot of that stuff. I didn't know that there was a lady that was like
Yeah, doing
inside
that.
on him
Yeah.
and doing that. I had no idea.
Yeah, me neither. I just thought he got busted with the child pornography on his computer, and that was it. That was the end of it.
Yeah.
But
I
now
thought so,
he
too.
actually has.
No, he took action.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. It's disgusting.
it's bad.
Yeah. So there you go. Another documentary that I watched and then I told Leaf to watch so we could talk about it was Arnold,
Yeah.
which is on Netflix, which is a documentary of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Basically, is a documentary. There's a few out there of him too, but I think from what I remember, most of them was all about his bodybuilding. I never saw a documentary that covered like from when he was born to now,
Yeah,
because he was born in Austria. I knew that, obviously.
right.
And obviously he got into bodybuilding. That's kind of where he started, and he was a huge, like, one of the best, if not the best, bodybuilder in the world. Like, he won multiple championships.
Yeah,
all
he
over
was
the
like
place.
Mr. Universe like 5-6 years in a row, something
Yeah.
like that. And then he like came back after. Then he won it like 5 years after that or something. So I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah. So this documentary covers his life from birth to now. So it does his bodybuilding, then it does how he got into Hollywood, and then it does obviously when he took over as governor in California. So you get to see that. So it's a great documentary of Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you ever, want to watch that or love, I don't know who doesn't love Arnold.
yeah. Like it's a full on documentary about his life. Like, 'cause there's a lot of shit in that I didn't know about.
Yeah, of course.
I knew like Austria and the bodybuilding stuff, and then his career, obviously his movie career. But, I mean, that guy is an interesting character.
Yeah, he
Like,
is.
I mean, he's succeeded at everything he's ever done.
Everything.
I mean, he's done the
Everything.
bodybuilding stuff. He was a big star with his fucked up accent. Like, who the fuck
Yeah.
becomes that big of a star? And then, because they were telling him that though. They were, but he
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, "Fuck you, I'm going to be a star," and he was.
Yeah.
And then
his
and then-
first few movies were pretty bad.
Yeah.
But
But I mean,
he
it
rose
took
to
him.
the top.
It took him a while to get started. But then the Terminator. I mean, after that, he was.
I mean, Conan.
Yeah, Conan was a big one too.
Big
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That kind of put him on the path. I think that was his first like big one where it's like, oh shit, this guy can probably do this.
Yeah. And then he went to politics and he did that, and I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
and they were like, you're not gonna win. You're stupid for that, and then he won.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember that, of course.
Yeah, he said it, and he talks about his drive and said he's like, I've always been this way. He's like, when
Yeah.
I do something, I'm going to be the best at it, and he pretty much was.
And it's like, oh, you're right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great documentary of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Obviously, growing up with him in the 90s with his awesome movies and everything, and finding out his bodybuilding and all that. So go watch that out there as well. Now, I thought this would be a good opportunity for us to also list off our top 5 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies because
Oh yeah, let me pull up my list.
who doesn't like watching some Arnold movies, bro?
Exactly, dude.
Now, he still does some stuff now, but it's not really top-notch shit, you know? So the new stuff now, it's like, okay, whatever. Like Escape Plan was garbage.
Right? Yeah.
Stuff like that just doesn't really count. But he's still great. Always going to be an Arnold fan. I think it's also 3 episodes in that documentary on Netflix. So check that out.
Yeah.
And yeah, just real quick, let's list our top 5 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies for us personally. And I challenge you out there to do the same thing. Okay, number 5 for me, the first Terminator 1. Now I know that's going to be up there for a lot of people as like top.
Yeah.
This is my list.
Right.
Okay, Terminator 1 was great. Don't get me wrong. It holds up.
Yeah.
I mean, he kills everything in sight.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's definitely looking for Sarah Connor in
Yeah.
that one. So great movie though. Holds up. I could watch it still. Now it's early, like what was it, like 80s? It was definitely in the 80s.
Yeah. It was like 84.
Yeah, early 80s, I think.
85. Yeah.
So, special effects and everything is interesting in that, but you got to know that it was early 80s. And
Yeah.
also James Cameron directed it and wrote it. So that's it for me. Terminator 1.
Okay. My number 5 is where'd it go? Man, I watched this recently. True Lies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also James Cameron.
Yeah. Yeah. Him and James Cameron worked a lot.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
one. I will say that's in my list as well somewhere.
But yeah. Oh, really? You got it high, huh?
Of course.
Yeah. I thought about putting this higher because it's so good, dude.
It is.
But yeah, like, he actually does a really good job of acting in that one.
Yeah.
Like that's when he was like, he kind of figured out acting at this point, and he was talking a little clearer or whatever. I guess he's learned English a lot better in the mid '90s. So
Probably.
but yeah, man, I really like that movie, and like
100%.
Tom Arnold in there was fucking hilarious.
He was great.
Yeah, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, great, and a lot of action in that shit too, man. It was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, that little fucking scene of her. Yeah.
That was on VHS for me at my house and down very low at late at night when the parents were in bed, bro. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it came out perfect timing for me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Number 4 for me, Predator.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's classic.
Right.
Classic. The acting is so atrocious in this movie, though, bro. In Predator.
Yeah, it is bad.
It's so bad, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you beat it, bro? You had Arnold, you had Jesse the Body Ventura, you had Carl Weathers, bro. There's a scene that is like absolutely so cheesy whenever Arnold's character meets up with Carl Weathers' character. It's the cheesiest shit ever, bro. He's
Yeah.
like, Dylan! And then they like shake hands, bro, but it's like a perfect shot of their biceps to holding hands. I'm like, that's the cheesiest shit ever, bro.
Yeah, this is so funny though.
And I mean,
Yeah.
Predator's all time, bro. It's hard to beat, but like it's so bad. The acting is so bad.
Yeah.
Like you have Jesse the Body Ventura, and somebody's like, "You're bleeding." He's like, "I ain't got time to bleed." And I'm like, "God, so bad, dude.
Yeah.
So bad, but so good at the same time."
Right.
What the hell are you?
Yeah. That's
love
my
it.
number 4 as well, actually.
It's so good.
Predator.
I mean,
yeah.
it had to be there, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I mean, we've watched Predator, I think together probably.
Yeah, we have.
And it's just like, God, we were laughing about it because it's so bad, but at the same time, it's so good. At the end, where he, kind of figures out and puts mud on him and stuff like that, so he can't see him, and he's like, "What the hell are you?" It's
Yeah.
great, bro. Okay, number 3 for me. This is definitely not one of his popular movies, but for me, it came out, and I love this movie. I love the soundtrack of this movie. It's fucking amazing. Last Action Hero, bro.
Yeah.
This one bombed in the box office. For
Yeah,
a while.
it didn't do well.
No.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, and he was like, you'll see in the documentary how it affected him. But for me, I love the movie, man. I still watch it. I think it's on Netflix right now, actually. I like the whole idea, the whole idea of being able to go and do your movie and be with your characters or whatever. And then I thought he did a great job in the movie. And like I said, the soundtrack is awesome, bro. Megadeth is on there and shit. AC/DC.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the soundtrack was badass.
Yeah. So that's mine.
All right, my number 3 is the first Terminator.
Okay.
Yeah. That was an insane movie, man.
It was.
It was. I remember watching that as a kid, dude. For some reason, I don't know why I was able to, but I was
Yeah,
like, oh, this
right.
is so good.
Your mom's like, oh, shit, I didn't know.
But yeah, that's my number 3.
All right. Number 2 for me is True Lies. Again, everything that you said before and me. The movie's awesome, dude. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's so, like you said, he did figure out acting there as well. But I like the story and shit, and thought it was great, dude. So plus he cuts to kill terrorists, bro. That's awesome.
Right. Now my number 2 is actually probably maybe not making a lot of people's lists, but God, it was so good, dude. I always really liked this movie, and I watched it a bunch of times, dude. Eraser.
Okay, yeah, that was definitely gonna be up there, bro. Because that's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
Eraser's good. You have him, Vivian Fox, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
No.
is it her? What's her name?
Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa Williams.
yeah.
That's right. My bad.
James
James
Caan
Caan
was in it.
Yeah. No, that was a good. I remember that gun or whatever that they developed or whatever, and they shot through. I was like, "Holy shit, that's cool."
Yeah, it was a great fucking movie, dude.
It was.
I haven't watched it in a while. I need to fire that one up again.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, number 1 for me, Terminator 2, bro.
That's mine.
Judgment
That's
Day.
mine. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that has to be up there as everybody's number
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
or close to everybody. I mean, that one's. Look, the first one was good. The second one was way better.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I loved it. You had him back. You had the woman back. You had Edward Furlong. I think that was his first movie
Yeah.
as a kid. As John Connors.
Yep.
But
Yeah, and
it's perfect, dude.
Linda Hamilton was all jacked for that movie.
Yeah,
like,
she was.
Yeah, I mean, Arnold talks about that in that documentary. On it.
Yeah.
He's like, "God, she came back and she was all more ripped than I was."
Yeah. No, the second Terminator is so good. Dude.
Oh, it's classic. Dude.
Yeah, classic. There you go, man. Just go out there, watch that documentary, and then I challenge you to make your top 5 list of Arnold movies and watch some Arnold Schwarzenegger movies because they're so good.
Oh, they are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the biggest '90s star.
He was the biggest action star in the 90s.
Yeah, like
hands
him
down.
and Sylvester Stallone were going at it.
Yeah, they talk about that a little bit in the documentary about
Yeah.
Rambo and Terminator. Yeah. There you go. So go out there and watch that. We love Arnold for sure, and he's still jacked at 70-something years old.
Yeah, he works his ass off still in the gym hard.
Yeah,
Like
and
I-
smokes cigars nonstop.
Yeah. I saw Chris Hemsworth. He got to work out with him. He's like, God, this guy gave me a run for my money. He's fucking 30 years older than me.
Yeah, Arnold's no joke, bro.
Yeah, no.
And Chris Pratt is his son-in-law,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah,
Married into that empire, bro.
it's not a bad place to be, bro.
No.
Not a bad place to be. Okay, let's talk about this real quick, and then a couple crazy things that we're getting out of here for this episode. Keeping it streamlined, you know.
Yeah.
All right, obviously, the biggest story this past week that was flooded the news everywhere. My TikTok was literally every time I scrolled was a video about this.
Dude, it was every video
Everywhere.
for the whole week.
The whole week.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I like this, but can we get off this a little bit?
Yeah, where's the girls shaking their ass?
Yeah, where's
please?
the funny stuff? Like, I mean, some of those TikTok memes were hilarious. Don't
Oh,
get me wrong.
yeah.
But obviously, we're talking about the Titan submersible that is owned by Ocean Gate that was taking passengers down to view the Titanic wreck, which is crazy because I feel like 2-3 episodes ago I brought up the new 3D pictures that were of the Titanic.
Yeah, yeah.
And we talked about
Yeah,
it a
you
little
did.
bit because I'm like I've always been fascinated by the Titanic wreck. It's one of the biggest probably tragedy in American like what do you call it, like sea life or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care. Correct me. I just don't know what it's called. Anyways,
Nautical stuff.
yeah, nautical things. So, I think I had heard about this before, that there was a company that was like getting into taking people down on like a tourist attraction to the Titanic for an insanely large amount of money, which we found out it was $250,000
Yeah.
per person.
One ticket.
One ticket, which is, that's expensive, obviously.
Yeah.
To go down and view the Titanic wreck, which not a lot of people have done.
Yeah. I mean, your regular Joe isn't going to
No.
go hand over $250K. So these are going to be millionaires and billionaires to do this. So
Yeah. There was a woman that went on the last successful trip that said, like, she's not rich. She just has saved for like 30 years.
Good God.
to do it.
Mm-hmm.
She has no kids, not married. She's like, I literally worked and just saved for this because like, that's my dream as from a kid was to see the Titanic. Her trip was successful, actually, so she lived.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah. I mean, would it be cool? Obviously, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome to do that, but man.
After figuring, okay, so here's the thing. When I heard about this, I remember thinking like, oh, that's awesome. And obviously I think it's safe because like that there has not been an issue ever in deep sea diving. I don't think in our history. I don't remember. And because of the interviews that came out this week with like James Cameron and like Robert Ballard, who's the one that discovered the Titanic, he said that we never had an issue basically like this. So when this happened last Sunday, actually, we started to come out that there was a ship or a submersible that lost contact with their mothership on the surface, and they didn't know where it was. And it was like, oh shit, like this is crazy. And then each day that passed by, they were like, because they had 96 total hours of oxygen.
All right.
If that's what, like, if they were stuck at the bottom or entangled on something, they just didn't know because they lost communications or whatever. And they were like, well, they do have 96 hours worth of oxygen. So if they're down there, you know, we're trying to rescue. And then days went by, bro. We didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
And it was I was starting to be like, dude, that thing. They're gone, bro, because that's like they're gone, right?
Well, then I don't know when this came out, but then they said, I mean, about a mile into the trip, like halfway through, like at 6,000 feet or whatever it was, they had lost communication with the thing.
Yeah, no, it was about an hour and a half into their journey, or hour and 40.
Yeah,
which it takes 2.5 hours to get to the Titanic.
Yeah, it's what 2.5 miles down.
2.5 miles down.
That's fucking crazy.
Yes, 13,000 meters or something like that.
Yeah,
and yeah, they lost communication about an hour 30, hour 40 into their trip. But they didn't know, like, if they were just down at the bottom or if they didn't try to communicate or whatever. They just didn't know. So, obviously, they called the Coast Guard, the Navy. They all started huge search by, like, planes because they didn't know if they had resurfaced and they just couldn't communicate because you can't get out of the thing.
Yeah, because there's 7 different ways that they could
come
resurface.
Back to the surface.
And so
which I thought was crazy. When I heard that, I was like, they're dead.
It's like they have options, but nobody's heard from them. So
after 24 hours, the thing comes up automatically.
Yeah.
So if they're passed out, it comes back automatically. Nothing happened.
Right.
And so by the way, this little tin can of a fucking sub, coming to find out about this whole week, who in the hell would get into this thing?
Yeah.
After finding out all this information about this company. First of all, the thing is controlled by a PS3 controller for $40.
Yeah.
I was like, is this a joke?
Yeah. One of those Logitech things, which they're getting bad reviews and shit, which this shouldn't happen to them, dude.
Dude, the people have gone on Amazon and left reviews and be like, it stopped working about an hour and 30 minutes into my trip. Like, the reviews are stupid, bro.
And, like, their stock is dropping. Like, leave them alone. It's not their fault.
It's not their fault this guy bought 4 controllers to control a submersible. Who does that?
Yeah, that's built for video games, guy.
After seeing this, because I had never researched OceanGate, the company, and what they do.
Yeah, me neither.
Here's what I thought. I thought there's been a ton of people that have gone to Titanic. Not a ton, but I'm just saying there's been a lot of trips down to the Titanic.
Yeah.
So if somebody's taking people down there, it's probably safe. No, it's not. This company, I don't know how they got away with this.
Yeah.
Dude, there's the tour of the news story that comes out that they've done in previous years. The guy's like, yeah, this is it. So you just sit here. There's 2 monitors. There's 1 button. Just push the button. Should be like an elevator. And he's like, I control it with this. And I'm like, this has got to be a joke, bro.
Yeah, it was wild.
I was like, this is not real. Yeah. This is not real. And then he's like, this is how you go forward.
That
I'm
little
like,
light he had above, he's like, I got this at Camping World.
Yeah, he's like, got this at Camping World. I'm like, what the
Is this like a kid building his own little fucking go-kart out of cardboard box or some shit? Like, what is this guy doing?
So these people that got in on this are obviously rich or have the money to do it.
Yeah.
Please tell me that. Well, it comes out that you have to sign a waiver, and it mentions death on the first page like 5 times.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't think I'm signing that, bro.
I'm not signing anything that I could die from.
I'm looking at the sub itself, and like, how it did this? First of all, it's not certified by anybody.
Right.
That came out as well. I'm like, oh, okay. And once they close the fucking thing, they bolt you in from the outside. You can't get out.
Yeah, you're stuck in that motherfucker.
So if it resurfaces, they're stuck no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm doing. And the documentary before, they're like cranking it with a socket wrench that I got in my garage, bro. I'm like, dude, this just gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
And the previous expeditions that actually made it down there and came back up, there was always a problem, though.
Yeah.
There was always an issue.
Well, I mean, going that deep, dude, like, yeah.
I mean, there's always kind of, but I'm just saying with this particular submersible, there was a problem every time.
Yeah.
There was never like, oh, it's
Well,
great.
And their like head safety guy got fired because he was like, we shouldn't test this at all. And he's like, fuck you, get out of here. I'm going to make, money off these billionaires. So
Yeah. The CEO came out that he was warned many times about this and just kind of said, whatever.
Yeah.
So
He was very confident in his creation, which,
yeah, and as the week went on, we found out more and more about this company and this sub, that it was not steel or titanium, it was carbon fiber. People that have deep sea explored were like, that's a huge no, basically. Like carbon fiber, we don't know how it's going to hold up basically in deep sea with all that pressure down there, because it's like, it's 6,000 pounds of pressure per inch or something like that.
it's crazy. Yeah.
It's like you don't fuck around with that.
Mm-mm.
It's amazing to me that thing made like 5 successful trips as it did.
Yeah.
And over time, obviously, the sub's hull, which is what they were in, clearly took a beating. And then finally, because it came out, we found out on Thursday that it imploded. And,
Yeah, they found pieces of it not too far from the actual Titanic. And so, yeah.
And by the way, the Navy on Sunday heard something in the water that sounded like an implosion. So they knew, they just didn't release it to the public yet.
Right. They probably want to make sure, have evidence, obviously. But
Yeah. Now, Thursday, when that news came out that they found the debris field and all that, I finally got to hear the person that I wanted to hear from the most, which was James Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know. Now, I knew that he had gone down to Titanic and explored for the movie.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know that James Cameron has been to the Titanic wreck 33 times.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gone down there a lot.
33.
I know he went down there. I think the last time he went was 2012 or something.
Yeah, he went back and did like a documentary, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was 33 times.
Yeah, he does a lot of deep stuff. Like
Yes.
he even outside of the Titanic, he's done.
He designed a sub with another guy, engineer. They designed a sub, and then it's a documentary too that I didn't know about until now. Challenger Deep. He went to the Mariana Trench. James fucking Cameron's been down 35,000 feet below in the ocean,
That's crazy.
and the Titanic is like 13,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah.
That he went that deep.
I knew he was big into doing that.
He is.
Yeah,
It's crazy. I didn't know that he. I had no idea that he went that far down.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy.
yeah. That's fucking crazy.
But yeah, so he finally gave his comments or whatever, and he said on Sunday when it happened, he was at sea, of course. So he found out Monday morning, and he said he immediately got in touch with the community, the deep sea exploration community that he's in. It's very small, like him, Robert Ballard, and got some information. And he said, once I found out or heard that they lost communications and GPS at the same time, he's like, I knew that they imploded.
Yeah,
He's like, I don't know why they were searching. He's like, we knew.
yeah,
I mean, obviously they were trying to. He's like, it imploded and it literally fell in the same spot where they were at on the floor, which is now we've got another implode. But they'll probably recover some of this sub and bring it back up to figure out what went wrong or whatever. But it's kind of creepy that it was right like 1,600 feet away from the Titanic's bow. I'm like, that's creepy. There's two big things that happen. People die in that area of the ocean. I'm not going there now.
No,
I would have before, but now I'm not going.
no,
That area of the ocean's not good, bro.
no, I ain't doing it.
But yeah, hearing James Cameron talk about how he knew and the community knew that it was bad
Yeah,
once they figured out that, and yeah, he was saying that Ocean Gate shouldn't do what they were doing. Obviously,
no.
He's like,
yeah,
oh.
there's so many safety things, red flags, and everything, and
yeah,
so I mean, I guess the only good news is those guys didn't really suffer, man. Because I mean, running out of air is probably the worst thing ever, and
yeah, that was the scenario that the media
implosion.
played up.
They didn't feel shit. I mean, it was instant. As soon as that thing broke, it incinerated everything.
Yeah, somebody said it 2 nanoseconds they were gone.
Yeah,
And it takes your brain or nerves 4 nanoseconds to go to your brain to tell you something's wrong.
yeah.
They didn't feel shit.
They didn't have time. Yeah,
Yeah. One of the reporters was like, yes, is there going to be any sort of effort to recover the bodies of the crew members? And I'm like, there is no bodies.
They just clearly don't know what the pressure of water that deep does to somebody.
It would literally just they're soup
Yeah.
at that point. There's nothing left.
No, they've already been eaten by whatever's down there.
There's nothing left.
Yeah.
And the sub, it imploded, so there's pieces, and they'll bring that back up obviously and figure out and do an investigation. But we know what happened.
Yeah.
The Navy, they should have told us that they heard that. They weren't definitive that that's what it was, but it's like, okay, obviously that's what it was. They should have told us. And the media kept playing this shit up all week. Like, they've got this much oxygen left, this much oxygen left. We hear thumps on the sonar. We hear thumps, and people were like, "Oh, it's SOS. It's SOS." And I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but I mean, I know what SOS is, but I'm like, I don't know about that. It was a media thing, dude, where they were like, "Watch the news and keep on this story. Watch the news." And I'm like, "Oh, come on. We knew those people knew that they were dead on Sunday. They should have told us, bro."
Yeah.
And the families especially. They kept giving the families hope,
Yeah.
and that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. It's fucked up story, dude. And another side story was that the one billionaire's stepson. You been following that guy?
Dude, what the fuck? He deleted his Twitter account.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, he's talking about how, like, the billionaire, one of the billionaires that was on there, he had a stepson, and his stepson posted, well, first of all, he posted, like, my stepdad's on this, please pray for our family. That was the first thing he did. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Well, then, like, 3 hours later, he was like, I know this may be distasteful, but I'm still at the Blink-182 concert.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then, like, the next day, he posted again. He was like, please continue to pray for my family. And then, like, 30 minutes later, like, he quote tweeted a OnlyFans chick who was like, should I sit on you? He's like, yes, please. I'm like, this guy obviously doesn't care.
No, it's his stepdad. So he's like, I'm going to get some of that money.
Probably.
That's probably what he gives a fuck about. Now, he posted some Instagram stories, too, talking about, what can I do? He's in the ocean. I can't go down there.
Not post shit like that?
Yeah, don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah. It's like
about your fucking this is your mom's husband that's probably dead.
Yeah.
100%. We've all known that they're going to be dead anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, too. When they were saying that there's a possibility they're stuck at the bottom with oxygen or whatever,
I was like,
if they knew, they couldn't get them back up.
Yeah, there's no way to get them back up.
No, they were screwed.
Yeah.
But yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, what am I supposed to do? Well, maybe not post at all, and just, or if anything, just say, please pray.
Yeah, if you're going to go live your life, go do that. Don't put it all over fucking social media so everybody can fucking drag you for it.
I'm sorry, bro, but if my family members was one of the people I had a concert tickets, I'd be like, I'm going to skip that.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, I've got bigger things going on right now in my life.
Yeah, he should have been with his mom.
Yes.
Who's probably freaking the fuck out.
Or should be.
Yeah.
I mean,
should be.
I get it. Money should be the last thing on your mind, though. Good Lord.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
I mean, that's a human life, bro. Like, who clearly made your mom happy. So,
let me ask you this question, bro. You got gun to your head, and you have to do one of these, but you don't know what's going to happen at the end of each trip. You take an Ocean Gate sub down to the Titanic.
I'm clearly not doing that.
Or you go on an expedition Mount Everest up to the peak.
Yeah, both of those are...
You got to pick one, bro. Somebody's going to kill you if you don't.
The chances of death are so... I'll go Ocean Gate, bro, because, like, if you die down there like they did, you don't know it.
Yeah. If
Mount Everest, you're freezing. I'm like, I'm so cold.
Yeah, but like I said, you don't know what's going to happen. You know. You may just run out of oxygen, so you'll suffocate.
Oh, that's true.
Nah,
I don't think. I'd start kicking the hole, bro, and be like, just end this.
You'll try to make it in?
Yeah.
Because Mount Everest would be a terrible death.
Because you'd be like, I'm so cold.
If freezing to death, got to be awful.
Dude, you're that's happened where we've known that story of that expedition that went wrong where he was on the radio still like talking to him.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so cold, I can't feel my legs and finger. I'm like, fuck that, bro.
Yeah, that would be awful.
I mean, you fall asleep, but you're frostbitten. So you're like, my hands are frozen.
Yeah,
like that's on radio.
Yeah. Yeah, either one of those are terrible, but
yeah, I'm not doing either. I would have. Okay, here's the thing. I'll
People
go down
pay to do that.
I'll go down to Titanic, bro. But James Cameron's got to be right next to me. I'll trust that guy.
I want to go in one of his subs, bro.
I trust that guy.
He's done it thousands of times.
Let's ride in your sub that went 35,000 feet. It can obviously handle the Titanic, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck Everest, bro. People pay like $60,000 to go do that.
Did you know that James Cameron was at the Titanic when 9/11 happened? He was down there.
Yeah. I heard that.
There's video of it. He comes back up, and Bill Paxton was the one that told him, because James Cameron comes outside. He's like, "What's going on? Now, what's all this I'm hearing about?" And Bill Paxton's like, "James, worst terrorist attack in history ever." And I'm like, Jesus, James Cameron was at the Titanic when that was going on.
It's fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I'm going, I'd go I guess I'd go submarine, bro, because if it happened, you wouldn't know it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. People think like, oh, a little water shot in, and they're probably like, oh, no.
No.
You don't even know, dude. If
You
there's
don't-
any sort of micro inch or whatever, it's gone, bro.
Yeah, you don't even get to see the water. As
No.
soon as there's a crack, that thing's blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, it's funny because James Cameron did say, he goes, me and Robert Ballard were talking, and we think that they dropped their weights because they knew there was an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there was warnings on this sub if it started to crack. And James Cameron was like, that's not, they touted that as a safety feature. He's like, I think you're doing something wrong if you need a warning
Yeah.
that something's going wrong.
'Cause as soon as you hear that warning, it's already over.
It's already too late.
Yeah.
It's already too late. So James Cameron thinks that they got a warning, dropped their weights to come up to try to get out of the emergency, but it was too late.
Too late, yeah.
Yeah. So they may have heard the warning and been like, what is that? And then done.
Yeah.
But you're still not going to feel it.
Right.
You're still not going to know.
No, you're dead instantly. Yeah.
And it's sad that one of them was a father and son.
Yeah, that's
A
bad.
19-year-old, which his aunt came out and said like he was terrified to even go on this trip. And I'm like, oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, man.
But he didn't want to disappoint his dad because it was Father's Day actually when this happened.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, that sucks. But yes, obviously sad that 5 people lost their life. But dude, this guy, the CEO, this company's fucked, by the way. They're done.
Yeah. Nobody's getting on one of those
yeah.
things. Ever.
Just quit your job now.
Yeah.
If you work for Ocean Gate and be like, well, I'm done.
Yeah. Let's pack our shit up.
They're like, well, luckily we got Titan 2 here. Like, taking trips next week. I'd be like, come on. I'd be like, oh, no.
No, hell no. You couldn't give me a free ticket, dude.
No. The only way I would go down there, bro, like I said, was if James Cameron, it's his sub, and
Yeah.
he's with me.
Yeah.
Because he knows the wreck. It's funny.
33 times he's done
He
it.
says, James Cameron says, I've spent more time on Titanic than the captain of Titanic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy. When you think about that, you're like, holy shit. Like the documentary that he did with Bill Paxton, where they were at the Titanic, but they sent out those rovers to go into rooms
Yeah, right. Yeah.
and all that. Incredible, bro. That's the best thing you can watch. But a lot of people were like, leave it alone. It's a graveyard. Like, haven't we been there enough? And I'm like, well, there's still some research to be done down there.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
you got to do it safely.
well, the time is running out for it.
It is.
Right? It's because that thing's
Yeah.
going to be nothing soon because the bacteria and shit's been eating it forever.
The stern for sure.
Yeah.
That's already bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad now that there's basically just mess down there.
Yeah.
The bow will be there the longest,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely being eaten
Yeah.
at all times. You can see
Yep.
as history goes on. I mean, it's 50 more years, 70 more years, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, I mean, the ones that are going down there for science and checking it out, they're obviously can get it done because it's been done so many times. This tourist attraction thing is wild, man. Like
yeah.
you're
no.
putting 5 people in a fucking sub. You got to make it bigger, obviously, and that's a whole concern, dude. That's what the whole concern was. This Ocean Gate shit.
Just seeing the inside of that sub, I was like, wait a minute, that's what it is?
Yeah.
They're like, just sit here, crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, I
and-
couldn't be in
like,
something
what?
that I'm not crazy claustrophobic, but I am. Like, if you're gonna tell me to go down 13,000 feet with 5 people in this, and I can't really move very much, fuck no,
I'm not doing it either.
not doing it.
I'm not, especially if he's like, check. He's like, we're in the middle of the ocean going down to the Titanic, and he's like, here you go. He throws you the Logitech controller. He's like, control the sub for a little bit. Well, I didn't. I'm like, what is this?
Like you're playing GTA.
There was
bro.
a guy.
GTA.
Yeah, I'd be like, there was a TikTok out there,
Yeah.
dude. Did you see this one
Yeah, I
where he
did.
was like, he's like, what do you control that with? And he like holds the controller and he looks at the screen. Somebody out there put on the screen like Call of Duty. He was like, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my God, bro. There's no way. If I
Yeah.
found out that I was getting on that and he was like, control it with this $40 Logitech controller, I'm not doing it.
I was like, hey, unscrew these fucking screws.
Yeah, I'd
I'm
be like,
getting
get me out. I'm out. I'm out.
Get your socket wrench, guy.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. He's like, clink, clink, clink. I'm like, I have the same socket wrench in my garage, bro. This is awful. There's no way, bro.
I'm out. I'm getting out as soon as I see that. I'm
I'm
like,
100%.
nope, go back the other way because I'm getting out.
Uh huh. Put it back. Pull
I was
it
like,
back up.
you can keep my money. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Fuck, dude.
Crazy.
Obviously, a crazy story that we were all glued to this past week with that
Yeah.
whole thing. And dude, I was thinking the same thing though. I was like, this whole media thing of like, there's 48 hours of oxygen. They're already dead.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way. But dude, I would never ever do it.
Yeah.
Never.
No, you couldn't pay me.
No. Like I said.
Like, yeah, it has to be with Cameron, bro.
Yeah. Or Robert Ballard.
Yeah, I'm going
I'm okay
down.
with
I'm
both of
going
those
down
guys.
with those guys.
Yeah.
not some Ocean Gate with the Logitech controller
No. And one button. It's like an elevator.
and the
Ding.
Camping World light.
All this shit, dude. I can't believe he's like, oh, I got this from Camper World. I'm like, no way, bro. Oh my
I
god.
was like, dude, fuck this guy.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go. A lot of crazy stuff out there for that. All right, a couple things in, and we're out of here. Actually, well, I was going to talk about this. Well, I mean, I was going to say like we're not nothing crazy about the Rangers right now. Like we obviously talk about them a lot. They're just we're headed to the All-Star break in less than a month. So they're playing. They're holding tight with the first in the division. Mm-hmm. Nothing really crazy to talk about there.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that there's 5 Rangers that moved on to the second round voting of All-Stars.
We're going to have some All-Stars.
Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, Josh Young, Jonah Heim, and Adolis Garcia. Those are the 5 that moved to the second round. So Heim and Garcia was Heim was third. This was last week. I think Heim's moved up to
second round of voting starts tomorrow.
Yeah, and Garcia was 7th place, and then Seager and Semien were in the top 2 positions. So, and it doesn't say where Young was, but they're all deserving, dude. Yeah, they're all deserving. I hope they make it.
We're gonna have some Rangers at the All-Star. Last year we only had one, Perez.
Yeah.
This year for sure, Semien will be there. He's probably gonna be starting. I think Heim should be there 100%.
Yeah.
If you look at catcher stats in the AL, he leads a lot of things, and he's up there. He had a home run today.
Yeah, and then the All-Star voting is it's usually a popularity contest.
Yeah, like Mike Trout is leading.
Yeah, I mean you can't deny Heim's play this year. Like I know Adley Rutschman is the number 1 guy, obviously, because he's always. But yeah, Heim's been a better catcher this year as far as the numbers go. Mm-hmm. So he definitely deserves.
I think he'll be there. I think Semien will be a starter.
Yeah.
I think we'll have Semien. I think Seager will get in.
Yeah.
He's having an amazing season.
Yeah, he's hitting like 350 right now.
350.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And that's probably it. I don't think Josh Young will make it. I don't think Adolis will make it either.
Yeah, there's a lot of good outfielders.
There's too many good outfielders out there, and Adolis wasn't even that high as far as.
But I'll be voting for all 5 of them. I can tell you that.
I've been doing it. You can vote 5 times a day. I've done it every day.
Yeah.
So my votes are there for those guys, bro, and that's good. We need some Rangers there. They're having a hell of a season. They should be there. Okay. So go out to there's I believe they're finishing up the Yankee series tomorrow. They're at home for 2 series, and then I believe at that point we're close to the All-Star break. I think I'd have to look at the schedule. It's not in front of me.
Yeah, it's a couple weeks away.
We're close.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay. Did you hear about this scandal on the women's bowling team for Stephen F. Austin University?
Oh God, I did, dude. And I think I took a screenshot of it, but I didn't have it in my notes, so I forgot about it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, there was an assistant coach who was his wife is the head coach of this I almost said volleyball, bowling team. And Amber Lemke was the head coach. Steven Lemke, who is the guy, he's resigned because of an affair that he had with a student athlete.
Right, one of the bowlers.
One of the bowlers. He was basically faced with the decision of resigning or being fired by the school. Mm-hmm. He resigned. He's no longer a part of the university. So that they say the matter is closed. His wife, Amber, is set to remain as the head coach. So there's obviously, it does say right there, she has already filed for divorce.
Yeah, because I'm almost certain that she didn't know this was going on, so she shouldn't have to lose her job either.
Yes. Now, the guy says that this was a consensual relationship.
Right.
I knew it was kind of a no-no, though. Obviously.
Yeah, his comments are wild, dude.
Yes. I can't believe this, bro. So this fucking guy is an assistant coach in the thing that makes this funny, bro, is a bowling team. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know you bowl a lot.
Yeah.
Or I used to.
Stephen F. Austin's bowling team is supposed to be one of the best in the nation, though. So.
Would not have known that.
Yeah.
You could. I mean, I don't watch bowling.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I mean, I don't watch it either, but like.
You don't watch the PBA?
Well, I mean, sometimes if it's on, yeah, but not a lot.
But yeah, this was crazy. This story that I was looking at, that this guy was basically, I guess the head coach or whatever, he wasn't really happy anyways with the marriage, bro. Mm-hmm. It seems like he was just unhappy, bro. And he was like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck around, and it was with the chick on the team.
I can't remember, how old was he?
He's 38.
Okay, and I think the the girl that he was having the affair with was like 19.
1920 probably, something like that. Yeah, so not illegal.
Well,
But
yeah, I
obviously
mean-
it'll get you fired.
Obviously, well, I mean, obviously it's consenting, or that would be called rape. Like he can't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was thinking that it was okay.
Yeah, he was like,
and,
"It's okay."
Like, no, you can't sleep with a student.
I knew it was a kind of a no-no. That's what he says.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so the head coach, his wife, saw a text message from the athlete on his phone. That's how she found out,
Yeah.
which is fucked up.
Yeah.
But he says it didn't have anything in detail. It was just about how amazing I am, basically in general. Amber saw that and questioned me, and I got to the point where it just built up so much that I basically told her the truth after she dug through my phone.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. So thought that was kind of funny that if you're out there, Stephen F. Austin's bowling team, bro, there was a little controversy out there with an assistant
That's in,
coach and an athlete.
Is that Nacogdoches?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely had sex with her. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That reminds me of that Friends episode with Ross when he was dating that student. He's like, it's frowned upon. But he's like, my God, man, you're gonna get fired. He's like, what? It's not frowned upon.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Those are
I was
great.
like, that's what that guy was basically. He was like, well, what's the big? He was like, his comments were like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you can't do that.
You can't date.
You can't be employed by a college and then bang some students, bro.
Yeah, it's not illegal,
right.
like against the law.
Yeah, because she's
but,
of age.
but you will get fired from your employer for
Yeah,
sure. That's definitely against their rules.
because he's in a position of power, so it's
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean.
you'll get
Authority.
fired from your
Yeah.
employer for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, don't do that if you're out there at college or being a
Yeah,
coach.
any head
or-
coaches out there in the college
Yeah.
world you can't do that.
You can't do it, obviously. So unless you just want to lose your job,
Yeah.
because that'll happen.
Yep. And then he's probably never going to job at coaching ever again.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You're going to move on to another career.
Yeah.
For sure.
You go to that truck driving school, buddy.
Yeah. Because, they don't care.
Yeah.
You can drive a truck? All right, come on. They're like,
Yeah.
what about my past? They're like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just don't wreck.
We need you just to deliver this shit over here.
Yes. You have 14 hours to drive 15 hours. Good luck. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. I got a crazy one to end on,
All right.
as always. And here you go. It's always fun to just read the title.
The headline,
All right. Dead woman found alive inside coffin at wake has died 1 week later.
Oh, God. She was alive in the coffin?
Crazy. This is the shit that creeps you out the most.
How the fuck does that happen?
I don't know. An Ecuadorian woman who seemingly rose from the dead when she began knocking on the inside of her coffin at her own funeral
Yeah.
has been declared dead again 7 days later. Bella Montoya, who was 76 years old, was confirmed dead Friday evening after spending about a week in intensive care following her cryptic awakening.
Good God.
This time, my mother really did die. This fucked up.
Well, okay, so hold up. This was at the funeral?
Correct. She started banging
But
on the
don't
coffin.
they embalm them and shit before the funeral?
You would think so.
So, like,
That's normal. But this was in Ecuador, so I don't know.
okay.
An Ecuadorian woman. That's what it says. I don't know what they do over there, bro. I have no idea.
Maybe they don't follow the same.
Maybe they're just like, they're dead, put them in the coffin. I don't know.
It's wild. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. This time my mother really did die. My life will not be the same. The retired nurse died from a stroke while she was being watched under permanent surveillance in the ICU. Hospital workers had originally pronounced Montoya dead on June 9th after she reportedly suffered cardiorespiratory arrest, so like a heart attack, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
She spent about 5 hours inside the coffin and woke up in the middle of her wake. Shocking loved ones gathered in the city to mourn her death. This shit is creepy. There's pictures, actually. I'm scared to look at these. Incredible video from the vigil shows family members and medics removing the woman from the coffin as she gasps for air.
Good God.
This is a goddamn horror movie.
Yeah, I would fucking sprint from that funeral, bro.
She was then rushed to the same hospital where she was first declared dead. They obviously didn't do their job.
I'd take her to another one.
Yeah. Bro, if you're out of the country,
Yeah.
Ecuador, something happens to you, good luck.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Just shoot me in the head.
Or
and
they'll
make sure
think you're
it's
dead.
for
And you'll
real.
be like, I'm not dead.
Just put a bullet in my head because I'm going to die anyway.
I'm not dead. I'm like, I thought, bro, I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Now her remains will return back to the same funeral home where she was found stirring in the coffin. She will be buried at a public cemetery. Following the shocking mistake, a technical committee was formed to investigate how it declares deaths and issues death certificates.
Yeah, no shit.
Like I said, there's pictures and video of them removing her from the coffin. I'm looking at it right now. It's very creepy. Very creepy. This will definitely turn into a horror film that we will see one Sunday hungover.
Great. Can't wait. Yeah, that's wild,
I
man.
can't imagine being at a funeral and that happening and be like, is this a fake? Like, is this like a joke? Or what's going on? Like, no, it's real. And be like, I'm out. Like I said,
like-
I'm out.
I wonder if she just like her. I mean,
She's had a heart attack and must have stopped the pulse
yeah.
for a certain amount of time.
Because, yeah, they check that shit.
I would
you
think.
know,
But
put a heart
again,
monitor
we're,
on.
but then again, we're in a different country, so I don't know.
Yeah, who knows what they do.
They obviously don't follow any sort of legit. She was alive, bro.
Yeah, medical examiner stuff.
Yeah, they're not like getting somebody in there, and the hospital just must have been like, "Wow, she's dead." Okay, boom, done. And she was just like a slow pulse or something. And they were like, "Yeah,
Maybe.
she's gone." Wow.
That's wild, man.
And
I
then a
couldn't
week
imagine.
later, she actually had a stroke and died.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, we may see that she woke up again. I don't know.
Fuck.
I'm
She won't
like,
die.
yeah, I'm like, good Lord, bro. Dude,
Yeah.
just being at a funeral, and I hate going to those. I don't
yeah.
think anybody likes going to funerals.
No,
But just being there, and that may happen. No thanks.
that's creepy. Yeah.
I'm like you. I'm running out the door.
yeah, I'm leaving, dude. I was like, there's weird shit
There's
going on here.
the devil's alive. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Like,
yeah,
I'm
forget
out.
that.
I was like, I don't want to see them if they're alive, dude.
Yeah. Creepy. That's one of the more creepy stories you'll ever read or hear about in your life.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
No, thank you. What do you call that horror movie though when it comes out? What do you call that in the title?
Oh, man.
The Awakening. I mean,
Yeah.
there's already been one like that.
Yeah. That's probably been made. I'm sure there's
The
something
Death Mistake.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not dead.
I'm Not Dead, Part 3.
Yeah.
She woke up again. God damn it.
Bitch won't die. Then they just stop having funerals. So just give her a fucking week. She'll wake up.
Just throw her on the ground again.
Yeah.
She comes back again. Jesus.
Yeah. Cremate her, bro. Just end it.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, good thing they didn't do that.
Yeah, okay. She starts screaming, bro. You're
Yeah,
like, oh my
like
God.
in the cremation thing, be like, ah, I'd be like, what the? Turn it up.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Then you'd be like, I murdered her. Oh God, that is awful, dude.
No. It's creepy, dude.
Oh man. All right, let's get out of here, bro. Episode 88. Let's see. Make sure you're out there, please. Following us on socials. That's the easiest way to keep up to date with our stuff.
Yes.
When we go live, post that when we have episodes out there. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at Eskimo Brothers Podcast. And then again, I want to say, make sure you follow us on YouTube. Hit that sub button on YouTube at our channel, please. YouTube.com/at Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Hit the sub button, which is completely free. And then make sure your notifications are on so it notifies you when we go live. Because we're going to do a lot more than recording episodes. Obviously, Thursday nights we're going to watch football.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be doing that live on YouTube. We'll be doing our episodes live on YouTube. That's our home now. So make sure you do that. And then, of course, Twitter, at Eskimo Bros Pod. Follow us everywhere. We post all the time. Funny stuff when we're going live, all that fun stuff. And then the episodes are live as well.
Yep. And then the audio version of the episodes comes out on Tuesday. That's on all major platforms, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Our two biggest ones are Apple and Spotify. So you can go rate our podcasts on that. Go to Spotify and hit 5 stars. You got to listen to a couple episodes before you do that, but you should already be listening. So just hit 5 stars on that. And then Apple, you can hit the 5 stars and also write us a review. So that helps us out, gets us in an algorithm, gets us in front of other listeners. So take 2 seconds to write a couple sentences out and then hit that 5-star button for us.
There you go. We're everywhere on the audio versions.
Yeah.
All
and
over.
then you can actually, like Sam said about the YouTube channel, as soon as we get done live, this video is on there and it's on there forever. You can go watch it before the audio comes out.
Yeah, if you like watching video instead,
Yeah. Like it,
it's
share
always
it,
there. Like
and
it, share
subscribe,
it.
like you said.
If you come on, smash that like button. I see some people did that. We really appreciate that today.
Yes.
A good one. Like I said, shorter and to the point because we're not pounding beers.
No.
We'll be back doing that for sure. Don't worry about that. But dad life, baby.
Yeah. Got
So-
the girls in there doing God knows what, watching a movie or
Watching
something.
a movie, bro.
We smelled popcorn earlier, so.
Yeah, they were hitting that up.
Yeah.
So there you go. So appreciate everybody stopping in. listening. We really appreciate it. We'll be back next week with another brand new episode, of course. And we will see you then. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
This has been another episode of the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast streaming service. And until next time, remember, an Eskimo Brothers bond is worth more than gold.
Taken from me, and I feel